Hey guys, this is my video on how to repair a smart valve honeywell sv9501. This process can be used for the sv9500 and various other smart valves. I imagine have the same problem. Um, this is my furnace, and you can't really see it here. Let's put some light on it. It's a Heel NGT3, I think it is. It's about 5 years old, 6 years old. It was new when I bought the house, and it's worked perfect up until the last couple of years, and I've had intermittent problems with the main burner firing. Pilot light always lights, but the main burner seems to be very intermittent on lighting, and I've asked a couple of my friends that are furnace guys, and they're kind of a little stumped, which usually means replacing parts. And unfortunately, I think the part that needs to be changed is the smart valve itself. It's either that or the control board, because everything else I've tested. I have a background in electronics. I hold a certificate in electronic repair, and I've tested everything in this furnace system, and to be quite honest, the furnace is a very basic device, and there's really not very much to them outside of the few main pieces that make them function. So right now I've got, I'm going to turn the light off. If we look through the peak hole, you'll see that my main burners are fired, and my pilot light is burning. You can see the flame detect sensor in there, which is brand new. Of course, I changed it trying to fix this problem because they were cheap, and I figured that would be the first step of diagnosis, so I tried that. Now the smart valve actually plugs into the flame detect sensor actually plugs into the smart valve, as does the control board connections from the bottom there. So what I'm going to show you basically is what I've found just doing a lot of internet research. This is a very common problem. It's one of the reasons why HVAC guys, furnace guys, all those guys hate smart valves. It's not the valve itself, it's the cheap electronic board that they put inside the valve that's responsible for basically controlling the furnace operation. Really nothing wrong with the valve. The valve seems to work fine as long as it's being controlled properly, and that's not the case. Right now I've just kind of temporarily fixed mine. That's why it's actually burning. But I need a little bit more permanent solution out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the top of this smart valve apart. I'm going to pull the board off of it, and I'm going to reflow the solder that's on the board. I've already had a quick look at it. It's already off. Well, the cover's basically ready to come off. There's a couple steps that I need to do. It's not going to be a quick, easy, take the board off kind of thing. It is actually attached to some solenoids, which are opening the actual gas valves themselves in the smart valve. So I have to desolder those before I can actually lift the board off the top of the smart valve and do the repair. Now I know on the 9500 and on a couple other ones that I saw on the internet, you don't have to do that. They're not attached like this one is. So I'm going to show you what steps you can take to repair this thing, because I was quoted $400 just for the smart valve, and whatever it costs for labor. So I would imagine that's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half job to replace that smart valve. It doesn't look like it's too involved. Basically, you just got to undo the gas line, undo some of the wiring, and that's basically it. And as you can see, my my temperature's been hit upstairs, and the furnace has turned off. So I've basically got nothing in the peephole. It's all dark. My blower fan continues to run for, I believe, up to a minute, and then it will all shut down as it evacuates the rest of the heat out of the heat exchanger. So I'll be right back. I'm going to basically throw some more light into here, turn this baby off. The first thing you need to do, obviously, is shut the electricity off to this furnace and shut your gas valve off that's going to the furnace. The gas valve is not imperative, but safety-wise, it's probably a good idea. So first things first, let's be safe. Let's turn off our gas and turn off our electricity. This is not rocket science. The average person that knows how to solder, or even the average mechanically inclined person, can do this and have somebody that does know how to solder do the actual repair to the board. And you'll probably be able to fix this for less than $100. So I'm not even going to have that into it. So I'll be back with some lights and a couple other things, and we'll get started on this.